Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Viggiano from AIM Human Performance, and today we're partnering with our local Lake Ridge Neighborhood Library in honor of International Mind Body Wellness Week. So each day this week we're going to be giving you a different form of exercise or some tips to help you enjoy this Mind Body Wellness Week. Right now I'm going to take you through a 10-minute at-home chair workout. This is appropriate for any age levels. The only piece of equipment that you need for this class is this chair. So let's get started. You can do whatever you need at your own ability levels. I'll give you a couple of options as we go along. So let's start seated in the chair. Find one that's stable, that's not going to move around. Sit up nice and tall and just start by taking a couple of really good deep breaths. Okay, let's start warming up the neck. Can you turn your head to one side? And then bring your head back to center and try turning your head to the other side. Good. Bring your head back to center and let's start rolling those shoulders back a little bit. Remember, if any of these things hurt, you can always stop. Do your own version if you'd like. Roll those shoulders forward. Good. Let's start incorporating a little bit of the core here with those shoulders. Can you reach your arm up towards the ceiling and try to reach up and touch that ceiling? And then bring that arm down and try the other side. Good. One more time on each side and try to take a really good deep breath in as you're reaching up there. See if you can feel a good stretch all along your side and do the same thing on the other side. Good. Let's keep warming up the trunk a little bit. Can you cross your arms over your chest? Try to keep your lower body really still. Can you rotate your body towards the right? And then go ahead and come back to the center. Do the same thing going to the left. Good. One more time there, and hopefully your back is feeling a little bit looser. Second time we go through this. Good. One more time. And then come back to the center. Let's bring the hands down by the chair. You can put them right by the chair legs. That way you're safe in the chair. Can you tip over towards one side? You're going to feel a little stretch on that side, and then can you use those muscles to pull you back up? And do the same thing going the other way. Try to imagine yourself like a piece of toast that's in a toaster. You want to go straight sideways because you don't want to get burned by those wires on the front and the back. One more time going the other way. And then pull yourself up. Let's do one more good stretch for the back. Can you nod your head? You're going to roll forward. Bring your fingertips as if you were trying to touch your toes. And then go ahead and roll up, restacking that spine. You're going to scoop your arms up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and go into a little bit of an arch as you look up at the ceiling. And then go ahead and bring those arms down. Perfect. Let's get these legs going. Can you sit back in your chair? Go ahead and lean back so your back has some good support here. Let's think about this right leg first. Can you straighten that knee a couple of times? Let's make sure the knee's working. Make sure that that knee feels like it's lined up. It's going straight forward towards your foot. We don't want that knee going out to the side. Let's do one more of those, but let's see if you can hold it there. Keep your knees straight and see if you can circle your foot a couple of times. Let's get some ankle mobility and see if you can switch your ankle the other direction. Great. Put that foot all the way down and we'll try the same thing on the left. Can you straighten out the left knee? If there's any pain in your knees as you're doing this, just make that range of motion a little bit smaller. It doesn't have to be the full straightening. One more straightening we're going to hold. Good. Circle that ankle around. We're working on some ankle mobility because in a couple minutes we're going to do some ankle stability with some balance work. Good. Go ahead and put that foot all the way down here. Hey, while we're already leaning against the chair, let's go ahead and jump into some abs. Can you take your hips and slide a little bit further forward on the chair? You're going to be in this little scoop shape here. Go ahead and cross your arms over your chest and you're just going to use your abdominals. Just a small motion. You're going to do a little crunch to just bring your shoulder blades a little bit off your chair and then you're just lowering back down again. This motion's really tiny. It's just a tiny crunch. You're just squeezing your abs to sit up a little bit. And then you're laying back in the chair. Let's see if we can do 3 more of these. If you're struggling and you're having a little bit of trouble with these crunches, to make them easier, you can bring your arms right out in front of you and that'll make it a little easier to get out of the chair. One more crunch. Perfect. So let's give you a little challenge. We're going to try to sit all the way up. Again, you can leave your hands here or you can try to keep them at your chest. Do you think from here you could sit all the way up into some really good posture at the top? And then what about going all the way back down again? Gently touching those shoulders to the chair. Try that again, really pulling those abs in to bring you all the way up so you're sitting up tall. And then rolling it back. Let's do one more. Remember, if you're having trouble, arms can go in front. That's enough to just help bring you all the way up. And then go ahead and roll all the way back down. We'll do one more just to stay upright here. Can you sit all the way up with good posture? And then you can relax your arms there. Nice. Let's keep this good posture. Stay away from the back of the chair if you can. We're going to try to maintain some good posture using all of our good core muscles here. Let's start with the right leg. We're going to do a good exercise for the hip that's actually really appropriate in real life. I want you to imagine that you're sitting in the car and you're going to try to get out of the car. So your left leg's going to stay still. With your right leg, can you slide your foot out to the side a little bit? Your knee's going to face towards the corner. And then can you slide your foot back in again? Perfect, just like that. It's not about the range of motion and how big it is. It's more about that you have the control, right? You're using some of those outer thigh muscles to pull the leg out and then using some of those inner thigh muscles to come back in. Let's try 2 more on that side and then we'll see if we can do this on the left side. And I'm going to show you on the left side how you can make this a little bit tougher if you wanted. Go ahead and bring that right leg in. Okay, let's check though, before we do this again, you're sitting up tall, let's try the left. You can slide that left leg open to the side and bring it back in. If you want to make this a little tougher, you could try to lift your leg up and set it down, and then lift the leg up and bring it back in again. So you have 2 options there depending on how strong you feel like those hip muscles and your core muscles are. Let's do 2 more to make us even with the right side, and then I promise we're going to leave these hips alone. We're going to go into some other leg work. Last one there. Perfect. All right, these legs should be warmed up. So let's practice some sit to stand. Can you get yourself perched right on the edge of the seat? Nice wide base of support with those legs so that when we stand up, you're going to feel like you've got your balance. Now, if you have armrests, you can use them if you need help. But if you're feeling pretty strong, let's see if we can do this with the arms crossed over the chest. So first thing, you're going to hinge at the waist to bring your belly button over your feet. Then can you slowly stand up out of the chair all the way up till you're nice and tall. And then slowly have your seat all the way back down. Try to sit down really gently. If you're not sure the chair's there, you can bring your hands back just to double check. Let's try it again. Hinge at the hip. And then can you stand all the way up from there? Yeah, and slowly back down. Try not to crash down. It's always about that control. Good. One more time. Hinge forward and we're going to stay up once we get up there. All the way to the top. Perfect. So let's do a little stretching now that we're out of our chair. Turn and face towards the flat part of your chair. We're going to do a little standing cat-cow stretch here. So nice and slow, you're going to gently nod your head, roll down, bend your knees a little bit as you bring your hands towards the chair. You can hold on to the side or you can put your hands on the top, but go ahead and round your back into that C curve for a moment. And then keep your knees bent and see if you could just bring your back to that nice flat shape, flat like a table. Do that again. Pull your abs in, round your back. You can let your head drop and then go into that flat back. One more round back and then we're going to roll back up to standing. All the way up nice and tall, back to vertical. Okay, let's finish with our last exercise, our balance for today. So stand next to your chair so that if you are worried about your balance, you've got it here. We're going to pretend that we're a gymnast and we're standing on our imaginary balance beam. Can you put 1 foot behind you and 1 foot in front? If you can actually get the heel and toe to touch each other, that's great. So you're on your imaginary balance beam here. Just stand up nice and tall. I'm going to give you a couple of options while we're here if you feel like you need some more challenge. Option A, just keep holding on to the chair. That's a really good option if your balance is just so-so. If you need to make it a little bit more challenging, you can try to take your arms out to that airplane shape to see if you can hold it here. If your balance is really good, try to take your arms out of the equation and bring your arms across your chest. Excellent. Relax for a moment. Just take a second, put your other foot behind, and just take a couple of seconds. Pick the balance option that works best for you. Hands on the chair, Or maybe hands at that airplane shape. Good, or you can bring those arms in. Excellent, great balance job. Go ahead and relax. Thanks everybody for joining. I teach this chair class 2 times a week, Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. So if you enjoyed this class and you want to try a little longer version, you're welcome to join at any time. You can contact us at aimhumanperformance.com, but make sure you tune in for the rest of the week and all of our mind, body, wellness activities for this entire week. Thank you.